What's going on, guys? It's Greg Campbell, Angry Tones Riff Clips, coming at you today with something pretty special. We've done 3 prototypes to get this thing exactly where it needs to be, and it's finally been released. AMM Amplified has come out with the Venom Inc. Inferno number 9, the signature Dolan Overdrive boost. Let's get started right now. So what's up, guys? I hope y'all are doing well out there in YouTube land watching this stuff today. Gonna be doing some cool riffs. Gonna try some Seymour Duncan passives, which are in this guitar right here, and we're gonna use some EMGs to see how it stacks up with the Venom Inc. Inferno number 9 and see what tones we can gather with those 2 pickup choices. In today's video, we're going to be running this as it should, as an overdrive boost directly through the front end of my PV6505 2 series, and we're going to be using this to push its high gain channel 3, and it sounds freaking sick. Going straight into a 6505 412 Birch cabinet with 2 Celestion G12 75s and 2 6505 PV speakers that also sound fantastic with this cabinet. We're using my ESP LTD. This is a MH400. This thing is incredible. Solid natural body, mahogany wings with a maple 3-piece neck, which is a through neck design. One of my favorite guitars. Sounds incredible. There's a Seymour Duncan SH14 in the bridge, otherwise known as the Triple Custom. And we'll also try one of my other guitars later, one of my Schecters with EMGs. This is the amplifier on its own with 0 overdrive. Nothing. Straight amplifier, high gain setting, dry signal. That was the amplifier on its own, stock, 0 overdrive. Let's kick in the Inferno number 9 and see what happens. That sounds awesome. That sounds really awesome. Let's do that one more time really quickly with 0 overdrive and engage it one more time. Friggin' killer, you guys. You could hear a huge difference going from the stock 6505-2 amplifier to hearing it with this boosted overdriven setting, which sounds amazing. I don't even use too much. You can see it's got the star on here, inverted of course, so it looks metal, but I'm using it at the prong right here on the star. Gets a little noisier as you crank it up. You can't get away from that. You got to use a noise gate, which I'm not in this video, so you can hear the difference in noise. Let's go ahead and crank it up to the next prong. Now we got some noise. Let's hear what it sounds like. As you can see, it still sounds brutal, still has a really nice tight focus gain sound with a lot of aggression. However, the higher you raise this knob, you're going to get a lot more saturation, a lot more aggression, and a little bit more of a low-end bass response. However, if you keep that knob dialed to a certain level, depending on the amplifier on the lower side, this thing has so much output mixed with its distortion circuit, you don't need much. If you want to maintain that tight, focused, articulate sound that still is going to cut through a mix, huge, you only need so much. I see a lot of guys nowadays, and a lot of kids nowadays, just cranking stuff. But if you want to get a really nice, solid, high gain tone, and to respond really well with your amplifier and whatever pickups you're using, mess around with it, find what works best for you. I find with this pedal, it sounds fantastic just to pinch under, say 9 o'clock. With different guitars, I've had it up to about 11 o'clock, but anything past noon, it's just too much. Does it sound good? Yes. But I lose a little bit of that tighter low end, that focused clarity with high gain and big chords. So you're going to want to find the sweet spot like you would with any overdrive pedal. So let's see how this overdrive pedal sounds. The Inferno number 9, rolling back the guitar's volume and kind of manipulating it that way to hear how much headroom it's got. And we'll add a little delay while we're doing this. That sounds friggin' awesome. Now that we've heard some tight low-end riffs, we've heard some aggression in the chords, let's do a quick A/B test between the Inferno number 9 Venom Inc. Boost by AMM Amplified, Ant-Man out in Chicago, Let's hear that between the ESP we were just using. This right here is a Schecter C1 Platinum with an EMG 85 set here. And let's hear what the difference is between an active pickup versus my favorite, which are passive pickups, but you can't beat an EMG. It's a classic. Let's try it out. Amp on its own, no overdrive. That was the amplifier on its own, dry signal with active pickups. Let's hit the overdrive. Try some faster paced riffs with the active pickups and see what we get with these EMGs here with the overdrive. Hope you guys are liking the tones out there. This thing is incredible. You know, he's come a long way. He started out with the very first Venom Inc. like probably over 6 years ago. Then we came out with the version 2, which is also equally as successful with a really sick sonic tone to it. Surgical tight low end. And now we got the version 3, Inferno number 9, which is kind of a collaboration of the OG and the version 2 and a hotter, simple, one knob setup. It's literally designed perfectly to go in front of any high gain tube amplifier or solid state amplifier or hybrid amplifier to push the front end as hard and as solid as you can, getting an excellent tone every single time. And you get to decide the desired amount of distortion and output signal that you want to work with your rig to fine-tune and sculpt out the tone you're looking for. I'm really liking the sound. Let's go ahead and try some super fast, articulate picking and stuff like that. But if you haven't heard of AMM Amplified before, or Amp Man coming out of Chicago, he mods pedals, he mods amplifiers, he modifies small lunchbox amplifiers, and he makes his own pedals. You guys got to get one of these. That sounds absolutely crushing. Just hit it with a little delay, see what that does. That's going to do it for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed the tones. Angry Tones. More stuff going to be coming at you guys later. Got a few things on the bench. Thanks for checking this out today. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can find Amp Man mods over there at AMM Amplified with a direct link to find the Venom Inc. Inferno number 9. You all need to get one of these, and it's a very limited run. I'll leave it at that.